And I don't want my sinuses to get so bad again that I get another ear infection. So that's why I need to get. Hello, my darlings. You just got me. Sorry, I'm a couple of minutes late. Yeah, I decided to schedule things a bit late. I do have to just cut back a wee bit with the time. And I just thought, well, I often clash with Ron, so this way we both get in a fair bit of Saturday. And also, I just had to do an emergency shop. I have to get in some sinus tablets and a few other groceries. So so I'm a couple of minutes late. Anyway, yeah. Oh, sweetie, can you put that fan on, please? Just on one. It's just more about having air movement on me than yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you don't like the smell of the
No. Well, that helps, but it's also just more about having some air movement on me. Yeah, so as you can hear, I'm a little bit stuffy, so I got in some vapor drops. But then I thought, I'll just see if Coles has a grocery slot today, and they did a delivery slot, so then I can get in some sinus tablets. Not the pseudoepidural one. Hi, Anne. Hi, Fausty. Hi, Renee. Hi, Karen Bissell. Hi, Uncover the News. Kirsten. Yeah, I've read about that hit list by the militia members. Oh, no. I don't see a full-on civil war, but there's definitely going to be unrest. So the US over the next few years, unrest time. But now I've got a WTF or a what the fudge? Elon Musk, what the hell is going on with him? Saying that if people didn't want to go back to work in the office, they could, they could pretend they were working somewhere else. In other words, he's going to sack them. But there's this Australian dude who, an IT company and stuff, he's got places everywhere, and he's got people working remotely all over the world. And he said, hey, look, you can come work for me. And I went into their page, their employment page, and he said Tesla employees are welcome to apply. Elon, what the hell's going on with him? I saw a photo of him, and I swear to all the heavens that, honestly, he had the Trump mouth on him. Like, when Trump is sulky, he had that exact. I swear he could have been Trump's son. He looked that much like him. So, yeah, I know they did. Yeah, Peter Navarro got arrested. The DOJ said they're not going to indict Mark Meadows and the other guys, Covino, because Covino is pretty minor, and they don't feel like what he could supply would be. And Meadows, because he had previously cooperated and then changed the agreement, and apparently he's still sort of in talks, so they're not prepared to do Meadows yet. But yeah, Navarro. I was watching Ari Melba, and one of the former prosecutors said to him, the DOJ should just get you to have these guys on. You'd build their case for them. Hi, Eileen. Yeah, it's Covino because he's relatively minor, and they don't feel that he's really can give too much to the committee. But he might actually cooperate a bit more. And Meadows, because he has previously cooperated, even though he's stopped now, he's still talking to them. So, How many cups of coffee today? I haven't had one, thank you. Oh, no, I have. I've had one, and I got an iced coffee here.
Oh,
So, yeah. I was saying to hubby before I had to get into vapor drops. I had to get into Sudafed because the ear infection was caused through blocked sinuses and all that. And I can't let my sinuses get blocked. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, I suppose you could say that about Navarro, one of the dumbest criminals in history. So I thought I'd do a what the fudge on Elon Musk. Why is Macron cozying up to Putin? So Macron, of course, we know is the French president, and he came out with a speech saying that Ukraine must not humiliate Russia in defeating them. He said they can still defeat them, but they shouldn't humiliate Russia in doing so. And Ukraine's like, well, what the fudge? I shall be Lisa. And apparently he's been in a lot of talks, and apparently the general consensus is that he sees France stepping in as the big major, we're going to save the whole of Europe negotiator. But hi, Dean, how are you? The Hermit's Corner has joined us. How are you, my darling? It's lovely to see you. Yeah, so, and as has been my want the last couple of times, I'm going to do a couple of card reading sessions, okay? And what I might do is I'll open it up, do about 10 minutes of cards for you guys, and then at the 10 minutes we'll do another one. But if I do a card for you, please don't ask again, okay? So probably do the first one of those at about 10:30. Now I am only doing 2 hours. Just, a lot of things happening around, so with moving some of my things around and just having to cut down a wee bit. But if you want a full reading, you can email me. Okay, you know what my email is, but I'll bring it up on the banner. And if you're not comfortable with the face-to-face, I can do a video and give you a Dropbox link so that you can come and turn it down. How's hubby? Hubby's fine. Hubby's cooking bacon and eggs.
a very late start to the day.
But thank you for asking. Yeah, so if you're not comfortable with talking to me face-to-face, you can send me your question and I'll do a video for you and send you a link that you can download it. Oh yes, America's Dumbest Criminals, and we watch it. They're on a thing called Tubi, which is free, by the way, and you get a lot of older shows, and one of them is America's Dumbest Criminals. And honestly, we haven't watched it in a while, have we, sweetie? But it's a lot of fun.
No, it's been quite a while.
Yeah. Or I can do an email reading. It's all the same price, okay? Face to face, it's an hour. I do a half hour if you just want a video from me, but it's all $30 US, or the equivalent in whatever currency you use. But yeah, so yes, I know I keep pushing it, but yeah. Have you ever watched one guy wanted to rob this guy who bought a TV. Guy said on your camera, "I'll give you my address. I'll leave it outside." Cops were ready for him. Okay. Wonderful description I heard of Trump, and I think it was Ari Melba again, who I really enjoy watching, or it might have been Chris Hayes, who I also really enjoy watching. There was a Chris Hayes had Ari on his show for a few minutes the other day, and it was nice to watch them. It's both of them there together. But they described Trump as hyperbolically stupid, and I just thought, oh my goodness, that's good. No hash browns or biscuits and gravy. Biscuits, we call them scones, but actually they're not really scones because I've seen how biscuits are made, and I suppose some people make scones that way, but mostly it's a bit different. But I wouldn't have biscuits with gravy. I'd just have them with some butter on them. Yes, I know that probably puts me in a weird field. Yeah. No hash browns with that. Sherry French, thank you so much. That's really appreciated. And how are you, my darling? And hello, Aria Song. And again, if you want to become a member, I do hot topics Monday to Friday, usually around 10 minutes, maybe a little bit, maybe a little less, looking at stories from all over the place. And also I have an open session. I stuffed up the last one, so I've reheld it during the evening on the last Saturday morning of the month for me, which is the last Friday night. And I put a link in the members so members can see in the comments. And also, if I do a video, and I am going to do I'm not sure whether it's going to be a hidden treasure or a mystery video, or maybe something new, you get to see them first for 24 hours beforehand. So there we go. Hi, Melinda. Thank you very much for sharing the link to my channel. I really appreciate that. Anyway, let's get into it, my darlings. Let's get into it. What the fudge? What the fudge? Is Elon Musk. What fudge is going on with Elon Musk? What the fudge is going on with Elon Musk? So let's have a look there. People who have been watching the Queen's Jubilee celebrations, she hasn't attended a couple of things, including the Thanksgiving service and the concert. I think she's just saving up for her energy up for the pageant, and Four of Pentacles. Elon Musk, insecurity. Okay. Some people, when they're backed into a corner, they may seem one thing, but when they start getting backed into a corner, they come out snarling because all of their insecurities come out. He really thought that he had Twitter in the bag, and that fell apart. And he really thought that he could tell people and companies what they were going to do. And that all fell apart. And also, he really thought that he could raise the money that he needed, and Tesla would be the linchpin in getting that money, and it didn't work. So the minute things don't work for people who have just had everything go their way for a long time, it's like they start snarling. And I think he started snarling. He's not used to defeat in any way. Oh, sweetie. Oh, I hope your daughter's okay. Yes, you both got the Five of Wands, didn't you? I will do a quick read on that. 10 of Wands. He is actually struggling. Now, the thing is, he's always struggled with the interpersonal. And people have just got used to him having the magic touch, so they're sycophant. You know, go along with him. He's had the magic touch. But the whole Twitter thing went wrong. And, you know, the more things went right, the more easier he found it because people would accommodate his quirks more. But now he's starting to struggle again. And also, he really hates delegating to anyone. He believes the only way his businesses will succeed is with him micromanaging everything. And people are getting sick of it. And they're seeing the results of too much micromanagement. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does have Asperger's. But a lot of people have Asperger's and they don't turn around on a dime like that. Some do, but this is more about him having his power challenged than, you know. Yeah, he is the king and it's my way or the highway. And he got the reverse. He has come across as very much as a visionary and an idealist. And I've said that for years and years. And he still has he still is a visionary and he still has ideals. But as I've always said all along the way, it's a dangerous combination, a visionary and idealist with money. And it's gotten to the point where it's like, I am the only one who knows. It's my way or the highway. So he loses his temper with people who don't. And yes, he is on the spectrum. But yeah, this is... Is Elon Musk an alien? Okay. Hi, Edna May. I love that question. I'll just get a different... What do you reckon, bub? Is Elon Musk an alien?
He's got a good disguise.
I think he might be because, you know, he can transfer. I saw a picture of him and honestly, he looked exactly like Trump with a sulky face. So perhaps maybe he's a changeling. Five of Swords. No, unfortunately, he's not an alien. He's just human like the rest of us. Hi, Grandma. Hi, new Grandma. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Edna May.
He says done some wacky things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear. Okay, I'll be out of here, everybody.
Oh, sweetie, you don't have to run away.
Yeah, I don't want to interrupt you.
Ace of Cups. What's at the base of this?
Oh.
He's you know, it's not just this suddenly turning on a dime and starting to snarl at people. He's suddenly become the Republican golden boy. Okay. Elon Musk will support people as long as they support his agenda. And he doesn't feel that the left is supporting his agenda enough. So he's going to see what he can get out of the right. Now, this might seem strange to get from the Ace of Cups, but it's like he's spilling over. People aren't listening to me. They should be conferring with me. They should be consulting me. Trust me, there is a lot of ego there, and it's spilling over. He didn't get the huge amount of praise he wanted. He doesn't think he's been given his due praise. Three of Pentacles. So he's looking to work with others. Yeah, he doesn't think his work has been recognized. This is part of the thing with the Three of Pentacles. Remember with the Connolly deck, you've got the two clients on the ground and you've got the artisan, the craftsman, standing on the table, waving his bill, saying, "You have not recognized me. This is it. He does not feel he's been given his due recognition." And Five of Swords, he is not taking the Twitter mess kindly at all. Is Elon Musk a narcissist? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Bill Gates was a dork. He looked like a dork. He still looks like a dork nowadays. He never tried to make himself look anything but what he is. Steve Jobs was, a nice looking guy, a little bit dorky. He never really changed his behavior, but he had this element of self-confidence, and when he got sick and he had to shave his hair off and all that, he never let it bother him. He just continued to pretty well be as he is. Elon Musk really gave himself an overhaul to look how he thought a leader should look. He's a narcissist, yes. Gas prices are $4.85 a gallon tonight. What? Oh my God! Was he arrested? Because they were late to work, he attacked them with a knife? Oh my God. Did Amber Heard abuse Elon Musk? A library. Okay. They have to have a library. But yeah, I don't know. Not going to be a huge, big thing. Okay. Amber Heard, well, I don't know. But anyway, you wanted to know if you were overthinking things. So I'm just going to do a quick card for Shelby Lisa. I'll use the Archangel cards today. Normally I just use them on the members only thing, but I'll use them today. No, he was not arrested. He ran. They should press charges. I hope they do press charges. But Three of Ariel. This is a Three of Ariel. Yeah. Time of growth, great personal growth. Now, this is basically, this is the reverse. What should have been a great, a great experience did not turn out that way. So this is the Three of Pentacles. I don't know what the hell was wrong with that. Yeah. And just make it clear. Was she in Florida or somewhere else? Make it clear that to the state police, whoever, that he got to be charged. Were they hurt? Were they cut in any way? But yeah, this is work. This is definitely the work together. You, your daughter and her friend, authorities, work together with them. Okay? This person will be caught and he will be charged. Yeah. So he would have fled state line. Yeah. Work with authorities. Keep, make it clear that when this person is caught, you want him to be charged. That sort of thing. Keep working with it. Be patient, because this is not going to resolve itself immediately. And talk to the authorities in the town. He lives in your town. The business is in your town. It doesn't matter that the attack was in Chicago. She should still talk to the police there and everything. And yeah, there were two of them. So yeah. Hi, Sharon Sight. Now, that of course, for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to do card readings. So who wants a card? Maybe because he crossed state lines. Yeah, it never hurts to ask that question. Talk to as many as you can. So who would like a card? Edna May. I'll do this for 10 minutes and then stop, and then I'll do it again later. Edna May, you got exactly the same card. There's something that you've been working on, and it's really important that I think you should start. You've had some people come to you and say, look, can we help you with this? Can we do that? Yeah, take them up on their offer. Work with them. Especially if there's something that you're not sure you'll be able to push up, do on your own. So definitely. Hi, Sheila, my dear. How are you? So definitely work with other people. It's an ideal opportunity to do something you've wanted to do for a while. Excuse me, I'm going to sit up and put the cushion under my back so that you can see more of my face. Yeah. So there's something you've been wanting to do, and the way to do it is to work as part of a group, and the opportunity will be there for you. Okay, Marie Henson. Seven of Gabriel. That's the Seven of Wands. Stand up for what you believe in, have confidence, and claim your personal power. Okay, so Marie Henson. stand up for what you believe in. This is really, really important. And this, I was listening to a version of John Farnham's song, You're the Voice, the other day. If you haven't heard it, look it up on YouTube. You're the Voice, John Farnham, who's an Australian singer. And I immediately thought of everyone in America and there's part of the song that says, we're not going to live in silence, we're not going to live in fear. And I'm feeling a real, this is a great card. Have a look at this with the lightning in the background, but the color, the flashes, color, and this horse soaring into the clouds. Stand up and speak your truth, okay? And keep speaking it and don't let anyone stop it. Whatever the situation is. In this case, I do feel like it's a personal thing. Someone's, so there's something you've been wanting to say. Stand up and say it and say no more. This further, no more. You know, there could be a risk of maybe isolating someone or stuff, but you have the right to say that this is not good enough, whatever the situation is. You're being affected by it and other people are being affected by it. And for some reason, people aren't standing up and saying no more. Good time to do it. And a general outlook. Yes, I know. Whitby, come on, Baba. Might have to let him in to sit with me for a few minutes. Pretty please. You get one card now. Hey, you got the same card, but obviously it's on a different thing. There might be some just a couple of conditions that you want to make clear that they're saying, yeah, but you haven't seen it in writing yet. So make sure that they're really clear that you know they hold up. So, but I think you'll be great. I think you'll be fine. But yeah, it's just you've been waiting for I know you've been waiting for clarification on something, but you haven't heard it yet. Never hurts to get in there and double check and say, I want this clarification, guys. Okay. It's a great opportunity for you and you're going to rock in it. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. It's like a card, Patricia Frangino. Okay. Hi. Hi, Eleanor. Shelby Lisa was telling me what happened with your granddaughter. Oh, my goodness. I did read a card on that. Okay. You've been doing that. Okay. Aline DB. Yep, Aline, yeah. I thought Patricia. Patricia, you want one too? Patricia, if you said you wanted a card, I can't find the comment now, but I'm pretty sure you said you wanted a card. Can you just confirm that? And I'll read you next. So, Aline, the King of Gabriel, the King of Wands, generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven. Keep your eyes on the big picture, okay? Leave details to other experience that leads to success and genuine concern for others. Now, the kings are the directors of energy, especially with wands. They're the directors of energy, so they tell others which direction they should be going in. And it is their job to because like they're the project manager, but they delegate things. Okay, I'm just going to have to let Whitby in. So, baby, you modelling? Come on, Whitby, come on in. Come sit with Mummy. So, I'm going to sit with Mummy. Come on, come sit here. Come sit with Mummy. So, you've got to be careful that you don't drop the ball here. I think you've been given something to do that it's pretty new for you, and maybe you're a little bit up and down on it, but have more confidence in yourself to be in the leadership role that you've been asked to do. And yeah, I was just saying, are you modelling?
Oh, I had power tool on. I had ear protection.
Yeah.
He's driving you mad, is he?
Yeah, he's behind you now, but I think he might be. Yeah.
Hey, come here. Come here. Spend some time with me. Don't drive Mummy mad.
So yeah, you're doing a great job, much better than you think. But you might have a tendency to, if something doesn't go quite right, you go, oh my God, I got it wrong, and blow it up a bit. Just calm that down. So just tamper snuff out that tendency to maybe catastrophize a little bit, that, oh my God, I've made a mistake, that's the end of everything. It's not. People make mistakes all the time. And yeah, so don't worry if something doesn't quite work out as it should. It's gone that way for a reason, and things will work out better. So yeah. And Patricia Franchino, I'm sure I saw you, darling, saying that you'd like a read. So I'm going to do Patricia. Hi, Hagar. And then we'll go back to general readings for a while, and I'll do another one of these at just after 11. Another. So let's see. Patricia Francino. You've got the moon, darling. Archangel Haniel. The opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance and face your fears and grow stronger. There's been a few things you've been shoving deep because you think, oh, I just can't do it. I just can't go there or take that risk. Take it, darling. By shining a light on that thing that you've been a little bit afraid to look at, by putting a flashlight on it, it's not going to be as scary, and you'll realize that I don't know why I didn't tackle this ages ago. It's not as scary as it seemed. Okay, so shine a big light on it. Whatever it is you've been avoiding because you're afraid you won't be able to handle it. You will. You're so much stronger than you think you are, darling. Thank you, Shelby Lisa. And yeah, so Patricia, yeah, and shine on a big flashlight. If you've been shoving it in some closet somewhere, open it up and let the light in. The big growling monster might shrink down into a little fluffy tribble or something. Okay. Talk your fears down to something that's better able to handle. Okay. Watch Madeline Kahn when she was on the Muppets. Find that episode. She does a wonderful sketch with that. Okay, so we'll put those aside for a bit. Somebody asked, is the negative energy from the right and entitled in the world in the last few years empowering evil spirit and demons? Evil is not as simple to empower as you would. Wow. Wow. The concept of evil is it is historical. Why are they not showing recent photos of Lilibet? They don't show very often photos of Archie either. Privacy. And it seemed every time someone even mentions it, I'm sorry, if you're in England and I've got to say this, I got really annoyed. It's like, if you boo and hiss every time you see Meghan and Harry and stuff, and Jesus Christ, grow up. Okay. They step back, they've accepted punishment, and honestly, apparently they showed a thing from inside Westminster Abbey the other day when they had the Thanksgiving service, and Meghan and Harry were shoved on the other side with Harry's cousins and all that on the other side of the church and back a little bit. And Harry kept trying to crane and catch William's eyes, and William totally ignored him. Honestly, I've done a reading on this before, and for a friend who wanted to know, and she said, do Kate and Meghan hate each other? I said, no. William is determined to mold Meghan into something that he sees is fitting, because he doesn't think she's up to snuff. So he was really, really mean to Meghan. And Harry's willing to forget and try and move on, but William, no. William's the kind like, you abandoned me, that's it, you're gone. Not very good king material. Sorry, I've said it before. They are going to be really disappointed in him. That cost me subscribers in England. It cost me subscribers in England. Yeah. Okay, now the evil thing. What it is that their actions and their unwillingness to act. Here it is, the Three of Pentacles. They work together for the betterment of themselves, which is not good. Hi, Celtic Seer, Sharon Sipe, Crazy Cat Lady Farley, Hugger, hi. Yeah. And because because they aim to, they sort of keep it's a symbiotic relationship, which leads to eutrophication of politics on the right. Eutrophication is the process of feeding so many nutrients and everything into the water that it blocks. It ends up causing a sludgy mess, a sludgy toxic waste mess, and poisonous algae and things like that. So this symbiotic relationship, and especially with the manufacturers of things and their commitment to each other, is that they're determined to they have so many irons in the fire. They don't create the evil, but they don't do anything to stop it. And if the right can't rule, they would rather see chaos and panic. And they would rather see the society around them fall apart, and then they can pick it up and say, see, we saved you, which is what Trump specialized in. I think possibly hasn't really picked up. I think it's more that people have been in their places for longer and they've just picked up on more around them. Oh, you're in need of a positive. Okay. God to the highest truth and compassion. Please give me a card that helps, gives a positive message for Greta. What positive message do you have for Greta? For Teresa, Greta. The page of Raphael. Raphael's cups, gentle, loving, dreamy, and open-hearted. A new emotional situation and messages regarding relationships or social invitations. Great intuitive insights. Darling, I do feel it's very much an emotional situation for you and a personal situation that it's, I think you've been finding it really, really draining. But the page is a new foundation. You've been going through something, but it's also going to give you some new inspiration to make things get better. And this is a new foundation for you to build on. Okay? So I asked, what positive message? And there's going to be something that comes out of this that is going to drive you and inspire you into the future. Okay? And this is just a start. This is a foundation card. So you'll be able to build on this. And the outcome, I think, will be much, much better than you hoped or dreamed. Okay? It's going to take some work, but it will all work out for you, my darling. Okay. Ah, okay. Well, that was not the pentacles, that was the cups. But there will be something you'll be able to go, ooh. Okay. Now, somebody asked way earlier, could there possibly be a civil war in the US in the next 5 to 10 years? I'm not seeing all out. No, I'm not seeing that. There's going to be continue to be some skirmishes, but what I'm seeing is okay. What I'm seeing is a weeding out of those people who are in offices high and low, right down to the local local level. I don't know what card I've drawn. I'll have a look when I finish speaking. Okay. And those people who encourage the type of behavior I'm also seeing a more of an official definition of the Second Amendment. But at all levels, there's going to be some skirmishes, okay? Some clashes with groups. I mean, a lot of these militia movements, they're not, it's going to be like state. That's the thing. The well-regulated militia. You can't just form a militia. Those things are going to, they're going to be weeding out those things. Okay. So I've got 9 cards here that I've drawn out. There's definitely going to be some heartbreak and feelings of betrayal around the place. So there's going to be some skirmishes. This is the 3 of Swords, of course, some heart fakes and brilliance. So there's going to be groups that feel like they've been betrayed and all this, and they're going to want to ensure that people know that and take revenge. This is the next few years. It's going to be a really tread carefully, like on a tightrope, because especially in some states where they just seem to thrive, there's going to be a few tipping point things where it's not ever going to tip into full scale, but there's going to be some areas where there's definitely going to be confrontations, there's going to be disbandments, but it's never going to fully tip over into a nationwide thing, which is good. You don't want that. But there are people out there who that's what they want. They want to topple things. Ten of Pentacles. We're talking about generations upon generations upon generations, 3 or 4 generations of people now who have been brought up in the militia way, meaning, you know, they've been brought up from birth to believe this, that, you know, the government's bad and that we've got to arm this and all that. And but I'm seeing some better days, but also some exposure. So there's going to be some exposure of people who have direct ties to some of these associations, and it doesn't have to be right up in the federal Senate or the federal House or whatever. There could just be even local at that rate, their exposure and that is going to be a good thing. There is more hope towards the future, okay, of these things being headed off. Now, these two are major arcana cards, so that's good. Now, then there's the Hierophant. It's got to be a change in the way in education, not just in institutional education, like in schools and all that, but in social education. What's available for people to see? Oh, there's going to be a lot more. This was on the bottom. There's going to be a lot more arrests related with militia type activity, indictment. So that's good. So we are heading towards the US is heading towards a crossroads, a new journey that's going to lead to changes. And she's riding away from the person who's suffering loss. So this could be, I'm feeling like this is a change from moving on from so much loss from these causes. Unfortunately, there's always going to be people who believe above all else that they are right and everybody else, anyone who wants to, you know, that societal rules are wrong. And in some cases they are, but there's going to be a change from that. New possibilities and new excitement coming through from the next 5 to 10 years. No, I don't see a full-on war. There's going to be skirmishes, and there have been in the past that we've never heard about, and there will be in the future. But overall, the next 10 years, it's going to be more about growth, weeding out those people, new hope for the future, learning ways of getting messages across in a better way that's not indoctrination, but that still gives people the opportunity to learn on their own, thinking outside of the box. A new pathway, walking away from an old way that just led to disharmony, and you'll never quite get rid of it. And there's always going to be some loss associated, but this isn't about death. This is about transformation. And this is transformation in ways of thinking and in ways of ruling as well. So there's going to be next 5 to 10 years, and of course, moving into the future, looking forward with passion to new adventures. So there's 5 out of the 9 cards, 5 of them are major arcana. So there's going to be some good major steps in the next 10 years. But full-on civil war, no, I don't see that. That's all right, Greta. Hi, Marie Henson. Hi, Sharon Sibe. Who else has joined? If I haven't said hello to you in the last few minutes, just because I haven't seen you coming in. Celtic Sear, hi, my darling. No. Yeah, she should definitely get a restraining order, her and her friend, against this person. The NRA. I've been seeing for hi, Liz, Liz ZYC65. Okay, Liz. Yeah. That's all right. How's your difficult friend doing? Look, I think the person probably needs some space. Um, and I do think, Liz, that you might be a bit worried that you've done something. You haven't. So if you're fearing that you've done something that's the reason she's not. No. Otherwise, I can't say more than that because she's a third person. She's, but I can pick up that I think you're a bit worried, Liz, ZYC65, that maybe you've done something. And that's why. No, that's about all I can really tell you. Sky of Michael. She's going through a tough time. Okay, Sky of Michael, or Six of Michael, sorry. It's the Six of Swords. She's going through a bit of a rough time. It's not anything you've done. That's about all I can tell you. Yeah. And possibly there's a move of some kind involved. Okay, but you didn't do anything to cause any of this. But look, okay, but there's a move of some kind involved. But you didn't do anything. That's really about all I can tell you. But yeah. So will you hear from her again sometime? Maybe when she's, and you will hear, yeah, when your friend, when she's in calmer waters, you will probably hear from her again. So with the Six of Swords. So it just needs a bit of time. Okay, Liz. So and welcome, Liz. ZYC65. But yeah, it's a bit difficult. You're worried about your friend. And you're also worried that you've done something that maybe isolated you from her. You haven't. It's just other things going on. It could be a move involved. But when things calm down a bit, you'll more than likely hear from her a bit again. Okay. Hi, Anna Macedo. Okay. Yeah. I don't think she's the type that she might be a bit difficult, but I don't think she's the type to abandon people unless there's a really, really good reason. So, Okay, I think we'll open up to do some more card reading for the next 10 minutes. So who would like a card? Hi, Maureen. Everyone, welcome Liz. Who would like a card? Hi, Felicia Griffin. A people person. Felicia, we all have psychic abilities to some. We're all born with that openness to us and that sense. And so we'll open up with being a people person doesn't necessarily imply psychic ability, but Page of Raphael, you are intuitive. And I do think you do get very bang on insights. We all have some level of this ability. Yours comes out in how you are great with dealing with people. So you've got the Page of Raphael here, which is the Page of Cups. Yes, great intuitive insights, definitely. And people find you full of ideas. You're an ideas person, and you're happy to spout them out, and also you're a happy person, and that really does attract people to you. So yes, you do get things bang on at times, and that surprises people. And yeah, it comes out in different ways. If you want to explore it more, there's I'm sure many ways in which you can. Yeah, I would suggest getting a book and reading a book on that and all that. But yeah, and being a people person, not everyone with psychic abilities is a people person, but you are definitely, you do attract people. And I think they feel like you just seem to get them, if that makes sense to you. So yeah, Felicia. So yeah, you're very, very intuitive, and people feel like you get them, and that's part of an ability that, as I said, it comes out in different ways for different people. So yeah, and for you, it's attracting people like that. Celtics, dear, you'd like a card, my darling. Of course you can, crazy cat lady. False teeth and Sherry French. Okay, Six of Raphael. Six of Cups for Celtic. Embrace your inner child. New friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. Okay. I'm getting, you need to let go a little bit. You've had a lot coming at you, and a lot of changes in your life. And it's sort of like you've been dealing with so much and having to be so, I'm not a big fan of the word adulting, but you haven't had the opportunity lately to just let go and relax and have a bit of fun and be impulsive. I do feel like there's a little bit of an opportunity coming up for you to do that, and take it, embrace it. Go and do something silly, whether it's go to a theme park or go watch a silly movie that you might love, but people say, oh, you don't want to watch that rubbish. Ball dust. bull dust. Go and do something that you've always loved to do as a child, but you haven't had the chance lately, whether it's going fishing or going to a local fairground or something like that. Go and have a chance and be silly and and just relax and and catch up with those people that you hadn't caught up with in ages and you've been meaning to. I think there's three especially. Write down the first three names that you've been meaning to catch up to, of people you've been meaning to catch up to. The first three ones that come into your head and give them a call, even if it's just to say hello. But I really think you need to get out and just say, stuff it. I don't care if people think it's silly that I'm going to go down to the fairground and, play on some of these games and stuff or whatever it is. Go and do it. Okay? Embrace your inner child for a while. You want a card for June, Sherry French? Five of Ariel. Ariel is Pentacles. You needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby, and negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. So, I do think that you feel like you've been alone and there's nobody being there to help you. Now, you know, because you specifically asked for June, you've got a few things you've got to deal with. But you also feel like if you reach out and ask for help, nobody's going to help you. That is not true. Okay? It's that fear that you might reach out and people will say, no, go away, we're not going to help you. No, that's not true. Reach out, you'll be surprised. You will be surprised at who will want to be there, okay? And how close they are too. And if any negative thoughts try to creep in with the situation you'll be dealing with, just say, nah, that's not the case. If something says, it's not going to work out, turn it around and say, this is going to work out. Every time you get a negative thought, say the positive opposite. Like if you get your taps are going to freeze up, even though it's April or June, just say, my taps aren't going to freeze up. There's no way. That sort of thing. Okay? And don't be afraid to reach out. Okay? Because there are people who do want to help you. I think we've had this conversation before, Sherry, but I could be wrong. It could be with somebody else. I've had a similar conversation. So, don't be afraid to reach out. You won't get the cold shoulder you think you might. Okay? Hi, Melinda. Ten of Michael. 10 of Swords. A situation's come to the end for you, my darling, and you're finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow, and it's time to put the past behind you. The swan song has happened, okay? You don't ever have to revisit that unhappiness again. And if people try to drag you down back to it, you just say, nah, that's done. That's gone. And but you have to actively do that. Don't hang on to it. actively put it. If someone tries to drag it back, it's over. It's finished. There's nothing it's gone. It's done. So make that active state. Say, look, don't want to talk about it. I've only got good things coming for me, and there are new opportunities for you, my darling. So keep going, keep chugging, never ever give up, and keep walking into the new dawn. Okay. Crazy cat lady Farley. The Two of Michael, you've got some decision. You've got a decision to make, and it's like, which way? Again, Two of Michael is about Two of Swords is about overanalyzing, getting swamped, letting your mind get swamped. You want to be able to basically have your cake and eat it too. You want this to happen, but you also want the other thing to happen as well. And rather than have to make a decision one way or the other, you'd like to be able to compromise. In your case, I think you have to make the decision for one option, but don't worry about the other option, because that's not going to be completely off the table. One of the options will make room so you want A and B. You've got a choice between A and B. B will allow for you to maybe address A later on, but A won't. So look for the B option, the one that will maybe open the door for the other opportunity to come along later. Okay? So take the opportunity that you think might leave the door open on the one you've had to leave behind. But you do have to make a decision soon. Okay? But don't overanalyze. Okay? Just look at things 1-2 more times and then just make that decision. Hi, Randy. Okay, we'll wrap up the readings for the moment, and I'll do one more little lot before I wrap up at 12. Okay, I hope I don't know how this time frame's sitting you better, but since I was so ill, I have not been that ill for that long in quite a while, since I got AstraZeneca last year, actually. And I really did realize it, even though I don't think that I was pushing myself too long. So yeah. Night, Edna May. Did I get you a card? Did you get a card, Edna May? I was sure I did, but did you get it? I saw your name. Oh, you did. You were the first one I did, weren't you? Yeah. Okay. So, let's have a look at some stories, hey? Who would you like me to read on? I know somebody asked if Amber Heard abused Elon Musk when they were together. I don't think so. But if Amber is hurt, she will lash back. And that's about all I can say. Hi, Jay Jane. How are you? Welcome. Yeah, I was just never really into it. Uh, Night, Eleanor. And if you are, you know what? I haven't done my hello to lovely lurkers. Hello to all my lovely lurkers. And hello to everybody who chooses to watch my videos later, who clicks on them and watches them. I so appreciate it every time a person does click and watch and chooses to watch my videos. Or watch the lives at a later date. I really do appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up. It'd be really helpful. And yeah. So hello, all my lovely lurkers and all the people who watch later. Yeah. So who wants? Yeah. Why is Macron cozying up to Putin? Nine of Beetles, nine of Pentacles. He wants to cement France as basically the head dog in the European Union, leader of the pack, the one in control of all others. And he thinks the way by doing that is to become the voice for every other nation and act to as the mediator between France and Ukraine and between Russia and Ukraine and Russia and the rest of the EU. But the problem is he sees himself in that position as in control of the hawk, but no other countries asked him to do that. Five of moths. It is going to stir some debate and some conflict. Knight of dragonflies. He's getting himself into a position to make offers he's not in a position to do. So he won the election in France because the other woman's ties with Putin were not popular in France. They did not like it. And now he's strengthening ties with Putin. And I'll tell you what, there's going to be more problems in it's going to be a struggle. There might even be more protest in France the more he cozies up to Putin, because the French people might feel that he lied to them. At least Le Pen was more honest. Put a bit of a false knight here, that he was not as honest as he should have been about his intentions. Going to be a bit of a struggle there. The Queen of Moths. A new leader. The Queen of Cups. Instinct. He's taking on too much. More than he can handle here. Don't be surprised if there's a bit of a leadership change in France in the next couple of years. And I do see a woman taking it. I don't think it's Le Pen, but I don't think it's Le Pen. I think it might be someone from Macron's own party sometime in the next couple of years. So that'll be something to keep an eye on. Where'd be? Where'd be? Putin's. Let's have a look at Putin. What fell out? The King of Beetles, the King of Pentacles, and the Two of Dragonflies.
Maybe.
He's looking to make deals with Putin.
Is he yelping here?
No, he's yelping under your window.
When he's yelping under the window, just let him work out I'm not there. I've given him like 40 minutes to calm down. Wow.
Yeah, but it's a bit disrupting, Bubby.
What can I do?
Mm-hmm.
Give him more time, though.
Yeah.
How much more time are you on?
Oh, half an hour.
Oh, dog.
How now? I did a reading the other day that said it was most likely going to be Putin's health that brought him down. So how bad is Putin's health? Let's have a look. Everyone's saying hello. For those who are new, Jane and Liz, my hubby is sort of like the Mrs. Wallowitz of the tarot channels, and that you're hearing, but you will never see him. Ace of Dragonflies, but it is reversed. There's a lot of things that they didn't know about were hidden, like with the lake, with the hidden depth of the lake. His health was a lot worse than they thought it was. Will it be his health that causes him to let go of power? Yeah, Thing. How is Thing? Page of Beetles. There's an opportunity coming up, and the Three of Moths, consequences happening. I think I did a reading a while, quite a few months ago, that June was like, could see Putin gone. Is it going to be, will he still be in power at the end of June? Yes or no? 10 of Beetles. Coming to an power, coming to an end. Oh, good luck, Randy. Hi, Tammy A. Hi. He'll get used to it. I think he'll be very good at it. Hi, Michelle Yewick. How are you? Michelle Yewick, if you don't know, is Melinda from False Teeth Tarot's little sister, you said, younger sister? So, hi, Michelle. I think I've got that right. It's one of his body doubles filling in. The High Priestess. While it is a strategy, yeah, at times I do think it is. But it's, someone who's, surface only. So the High Priestess is, in reverse, is no depth, surface only. So that could be, yes, a body double. Hey, Whippy, what's going on, Bubba? What's going on? Hey? Yeah, what's going on? Hi, Sharon Sipe. Now, who wants me to read on somebody? Will he take? No, he won't. But I just got the question that went through my head is, once he is gone, will Russia start withdrawing from the Ukraine? How cold is it there? Here, hang on. 3 of bees. Not straight away. They won't be doing it straight away. The King of Moths. And the 5 of bees. But the defeat will come pretty quickly afterwards. The leadership is, yeah, there's still going to be, there will be some release of it. There'll still be a little bit of fighting. It's going to take a little while, but it could still be a couple of months before that ends once he's gone. Okay, how cold is it here? Well, it's 14 degrees centigrade. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. So it's 14 degrees centigrade. Come here. Sit with Mummy. Oh, that's all right. Okay, 57.2. Thank you, Marie Hanson. So add 32 degrees. So 57.2 Fahrenheit. You gonna sit with Mummy? Come here, sit here for a while. Good boy. He's getting older and he's getting a bit more anxious. Over the last couple of years, he's been getting a little bit more anxious. So, and separation anxiety, I think, has built up a little bit over the last couple of years. About 2.5 years ago, he started doing some crying outside of the window where James does his modelling and stuff. And yeah, Whitby, come to Mummy. Elaine is Eleanor Trainer. It's Eleanor is Shelby Leach's mum. Who will we do a reading on? It's just a nice coffee. Can I read the cards in a special? What sort of configuration? I mean, I do have an astrological spread. I'd have to find my folder that's got all of the signs in it. So yes, I suppose I can do an astrological spread. I'd have to look it up. I do have one. I just haven't done it in ages. Elaine Chow. Hi, Charlene Dean. Oh, you want me to read Elaine Chow? Okay. Yeah, I can do that. That's McConnell's wife. How are you, Charlene, and welcome? Okay. Celtic, why don't you send me the layout for that? And I'll have a look and maybe do it on Tuesday. How does that sound? Elaine Cho, the Queen of Bees. That is the judge card being called for to answer for her actions. Five of Moths, a hopeless cause. There's been lots of cause for her to be investigated and all that, but it's just not really. She's a slippery person. She's a master manipulator. Okay. And I'll tell you what, she's been hot. She's been really, she's been very slippery so far and being able to manipulate things her way. But she's just got the Fool reversed, which is she is not prepared for what is laying ahead of her. Is she going to be indicted? Because we've got the Queen there. Oh, 5 of Bees. Yes. She's facing a pretty solid defeat. Yeah, things are looking a bit at first. So, yeah. No, yeah. Will she be caught? Yeah, I think that's just what I've said. Yeah. She's going to be, will she be indicted? Oh, yeah. 6 of Beetles. Definitely a balancing of the scales. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they've blocked her passport. But is her passport frozen? The Empress, possibly, yeah. Whitby, come sit with Mummy. Well, who wants me to read on somebody? Moscow Mitch. Mitch McConnell. Two of Moths. His plans, his strategy, he's missed something in the big picture. And as a result, his strategy is not going to work out. This is the Two of Wands reversed. Strategies and plans are not working out and missing something in the big picture. The King of Beetles, corruption coming to light, and the devil, pay the devil his due. So he's got a few things ahead of him, Mitch McConnell. Oh, Michelle would love it. All right. I'll be starting the cards again soon. And Michelle, you can be the first one up. Manafort here, therefore. Garland. What's going on with Garland? Eight of Beetles. The work. He is very diligent. He is getting in the work and getting in the details. Here, Whippy. And I think it's coming to a time where he's well, he started with the indictment with what's his face, but the grand jury indictments are going to start coming in. So that work is going to start paying off soon. The High Priestess. He's only willing to show the surface of what he's been doing because there's a lot he still wants to keep hidden. So he's not willing to show everything, just a little bit. Night, Chrissy. Will Garland start rolling out? I think he's going to start in June, actually. July. Four of Bees. Actually, you might be right. Might be just holding it back. I said it might do it in June, but I think you might be right, Celtics here. It might be July. Navarro's been indicted. He got the perp walk and everything. Yeah. Now, okay. So what I'm going to do now is just put these aside. Come here, Webbie. We'll get the angel cards out again, and starting with Michelle Hewitt. And if you want a reading, a card, just one card each. And if you've had a card already today. Hi, Michelle. Oh, yeah, you've got the same smile as Melinda. You have the Three of Ariel, the Three of Pentacles. You know, this has come up about the third or fourth time this morning. There's some, again, you've been working hard and on something. Stand up and say, hey, look, demand the recognition. The whole thing's coming together now, but you feel like don't be afraid to stand up and say, hey, look, a little bit more acknowledgement on the part I played here. Okay? Because you deserve it. Whatever this project that is or this situation is that you've been working on with other people, you deserve it. And maybe you feel like you haven't been acknowledged as you should be. Okay? Okay, who wants a card? Whitby. Come sit with Mummy. Whitby, not the oopsie daisy. It resonates, does it? Okay. So if you want a card, put your name up and I'll read you a card and I'll draw a card for you. Let me know if you want a card. If you haven't had one today and you want one. Oh, yeah. Do you want to come up and say hello? Do you want to come up and say hello? Let's have a look here. Yeah, you don't like sitting Mummy's lap. Tammy A and Charlene Dean. Okay. So Charlene first and then Tammy. Charlene Dean. Okay. Like I said, there's my email there too. If you guys want a full reading, face-to-face, I do a full hour. And I can do a half-hour video if you don't want to do face-to-face. And I can do reading as well. The Wheel. Archangel Jeremiel. New beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. So, I think this might be a bit of a surprise. It's something you'd hoped would happen, but you'd sort of just given up on it happening. But wow, out of nowhere, it has happened. So yeah, so something that you had hoped would happen for a long time and it never did, and you'd sort of given up on it. It's like wow, it's happened. You thought you'd never see this day. It might not be quite as expected. Okay? It might not take the form, this change that you expected it would, but it's still going to work out really good for you. Okay? So Charlene Dean. Stay with Mummy, Whitby. Stay with Mummy. Tammy. Seven of Ariel. Seven of Pentacles. You have invested wisely, have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. Well, I don't know that this is about money, but I do feel it's about time and effort. Come here, Bubba. There you are. And time to step back, I think, and also I think maybe there's been a couple of little areas in whatever you invested in where that didn't pay off as it should, or you didn't get as much back from it as you felt you should. But there's been other areas where you didn't expect that much return to you, but you got more. So have a review of where the efforts were appreciated the most and where the efforts had the most impact. And then you're going to decide whether you're going to continue with it or not. How much did you get with it from it? But it's been a really good experience for you, and you're trying to decide whether or not you want to continue on, and either if it's just a short time thing and they want you to sign up for another term of it or something like that, it's a good time to review and take stock of how much you think you've really gotten out of it. You've gotten a lot out of it, but it might not be what you thought you'd get. That's what I'm getting. And it's like, wow, it didn't turn out quite what I thought. Like, should I continue on with it or not? You know? So I think whatever decision you make will be the right one for you and will be fruitful. Anyone else want a card? Whitby, come to Mummy. I've got time for one more card. So if somebody wants one more card, wants a card. It's really nice to see that word resonates, that people are getting it. Good night, Marie. Steve just jumped in. You want a card? Okay. Give you Steve 000. Hi, Steve. Yeah, I'm just doing the last card or so before I sign off for the day. What have we got for you? The 5 of Raphael. Raphael's cups. Everything happens for a reason, my darling, and release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. I've often said, with the traditional right away 5 of cups, there's that bridge going over the stream of conscious thought. It can be a card of transition. Yeah. You hope for something to happen and it didn't. And I think it might be relationship-wise, but there's nothing that you can do until this person is ready. Okay? You are really feeling a loss because of whatever's happened with this person. And I don't feel it was anything you did. And you've reached out and, yeah. But you have to step back now and transition and just let things play out and search for a silver lining. And there is a silver lining in this situation. And the silver lining I'm seeing is that person, when they're ready, will reach back. Okay? It's not gone forever. Okay? People move on and things change and natures of relationships change, but that relationship isn't gone forever. That person will reach out. And it's time for you to move on from trying whatever the situation is. Yeah, okay. Not looking at a relationship. Well, whatever the situation is, it could be a business relationship. It could be anything. For some reason, it hasn't worked out now, but there will be a change in the future. You just have to step back and just let it go for now. There's many different types of relationship. It could be business, it could be community, it could be, personal. But yeah, stepping back and just letting go of it for a while, it will come back into being, but it might be a bit different than what you thought. Randy Smith, you would love a card for your son Peter. Is Peter there? Did he ask for it? Or yeah, if your son's with you, I can do it. If not, I can do business. Okay. Yeah, it's not worked out as you hope, and you've had some regret about it, and step back, but things will work out for the better, but it just needs more time to resolve itself. Yeah, Randy, if your son isn't with you and hasn't asked, yeah, but I can do a card for you about your concerns for him. So what I can do for you, Randy, is do a card about you and your concerns for him, but not on him yourself, okay? If he's not there and hasn't asked. He's there with you and he's asked, has he? Okay. If you're okay with it, Randy, is he under? Yeah, okay. I normally don't read on people under 18 unless their parents have said that's okay too. So, Queen of Gabriel, a lovely, warm, charming, very intuitive young man. He's got a lot of choices ahead of him. And he should go after the one that he's really passionate about. Okay? And don't worry. Your concern is that he's going to go after the wrong thing and make a mistake. Don't worry. Don't worry. He'll go after what he's passionate about. Do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. And I think that that's what his future is like. He'll be doing something he loves. And don't worry. Okay? Your worries about, is he going to head in the right direction? You're worried about that. Yeah, he is. He'll be fine, my darling. Okay? So, that doesn't mean it's always going to be everything working out smoothly and stuff. That's just not the way life works. But no, he'll be good. He'll be fine. And yeah, and trust his judgment. He has very good judgment. Okay? So you've been worried about it too. You've been worried about his future, but it'll be fine. Whitby, where are you, my darling? Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it up now. Thank you for joining me. And yeah. And everyone stay healthy, stay happy, stay safe, stay strong, and stay loving. And thank you for joining me, my dears. And I love you all so much. I will be back on, it's Tuesday mornings in the US now. And yeah, so, okay, I'm working on, got the genesis of something exciting I want to work on, as far as a video is concerned and stuff. So, but I'm a long way to deciding which way to go with it. So, yeah. Love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. And you can, yeah. Love you all. Bye-bye. And thank you for the donations. They do make a difference. Thank you so much.